The Dallas Cowboys are in a fascinating phase right now, especially when it comes to their wide receiver group, and a huge part of that excitement revolves around the arrival of George Pickkins. Ever since Pickkins was brought in via trade from the Steelers, the energy around this young receiver has been nothing short of electric. You can feel it when you listen to what the head coach Brian Schottenheimer and quarterback Dak Prescott have been saying about him. Schottenheimer has openly expressed his admiration for Pickkins, highlighting not only the talent he brings to the field but also the attitude and mindset. According to the coach, George shows up every day with a genuine smile and a strong willingness to work hard, which instantly sets the tone in the locker room and at practice. That kind of presence can't be overstated. It's a contagious kind of enthusiasm that lifts the whole team's spirits and drive. Dak Prescott, someone who's been the backbone of this franchise for years, has been equally impressed with what George Pickkins has brought to the table. Prescott mentioned that sometimes you hear a lot of noise about a player before you actually get to know him, but the real truth comes from personal experience and interaction. And when it comes to Pickkins, Dak's words couldn't be more positive. He describes George as a phenomenal teammate, someone who truly loves football and values the brotherhood that comes with being part of the Cowboys family. Prescott even emphasized that Pickkins has been early to meetings and workouts, showing a level of professionalism and dedication that speaks volumes about his character. In a sport where mental toughness and team chemistry are just as important as physical skill, having a player like Pickkins is a massive advantage. But the story doesn't stop there. George Pickkins isn't just another receiver, he's someone who's hungry to grow and contribute in every way possible. He understands that becoming a better receiver isn't about a single skill, but about developing every aspect of his game. From route running to catching contested passes, from reading defenses to making plays after the catch, Pickkins is committed to grinding and improving day after day. And that's exactly the mindset the Cowboys need as they look to compete at the highest level. Brian Schottenheimer, who has a keen eye for offensive talent, sees in Pickkins a player willing to tap into his full potential, one who is coachable and eager to absorb every bit of knowledge and instruction offered. That willingness to learn and adapt is crucial in the NFL, where the difference between good and great often comes down to the details. Evan Engram, who has been a key figure in the Cowboys' offense, especially in the passing game, has also chimed in about the wide receiver group's progress. He specifically pointed out Jalen, calling him a super smart player with a strong work ethic, a quality that's amplified by his background as a coach's son. Engram's role in mentoring and helping players like Jalen tap into their potential is invaluable, as it brings another layer of depth to the team's offensive strategy. This kind of internal leadership, where veterans step up to guide the younger players, is exactly what can accelerate the Cowboys' growth and help solidify their offensive identity. Meanwhile, Luke McCaffrey, now stepping into his second season, is showing promising development as well. Engram spoke about Luke's continued growth across multiple facets of his game, from route running to his ability to make plays after the catch, including tough contested receptions. What stands out most about Luke is his consistency and mental approach. Despite a hot start last season followed by a bit of a slowdown, Luke never wavered in his dedication or his approach to the game. That kind of resilience and commitment to staying the course is exactly what coaches want to see. The leap from year one to year two is often the most significant in a young player's career, and the Cowboys are hopeful that Luke's speed and determination will translate into an even bigger impact on the field this season. All these pieces come together to paint a picture of a Cowboys offense that's evolving, driven by a mix of youthful talent and seasoned leadership. The wide receiver group, often a critical element for any team's success, seems to be shaping up nicely, with players who not only have the physical tools but also the mental makeup to push the team forward. George Pickkins, with his infectious enthusiasm and undeniable skills, appears ready to carve out a meaningful role and become a favorite target for Dak Prescott. The coaches and veteran players recognize his potential, and the buzz around him is growing every day. This season could very well mark a turning point for the Cowboys' passing game. With Schottenheimer's offensive schemes and the dedication of players like Pickkins, Jalen, and Luke, the team is building a foundation that could lead to explosive plays and consistent production. What makes this situation so intriguing is the blend of personalities and backgrounds, from the seasoned veterans who provide stability and experience to the young receivers hungry to prove themselves and rise to new heights. This combination fosters a competitive yet supportive environment where everyone is pushing each other to be better. In the NFL, success is rarely about one player alone. It's about how the group functions together, and right now the Cowboys wide receiver room is showing signs of real cohesion and positive energy. Coaches talk about the next man up mentality, but in this case, it feels more like a next man to grow mindset. Every player is working on their craft, learning from mistakes, and seizing every opportunity to improve. The leadership within the team, from Dak Prescott's steady hand to Brian Schottenheimer's guidance, and the mentorship from players like Evan Engram, creates a perfect storm for growth. George Pickkins in particular stands out as someone who embodies that hunger to get better. His approach, from what's been shared publicly, reflects a player who's not content to rest on past achievements or talent alone. He's showing up early, putting in extra work, and embracing the grind. That attitude doesn't just make him a better player, it raises the entire group's standard. When one guy steps up and sets a new tone, it forces everyone else to match or exceed that level. That's the kind of ripple effect that can transform a team's culture. And beyond the technical skills and practice habits, the Cowboys are clearly excited about the vibe Pickkins brings. Football is a tough sport both mentally and physically, and having a player who brings positivity, joy, and an eagerness to learn can be a game changer in the locker room. It's about more than just what happens on the field. It's about building trust, camaraderie, and a shared vision for success. Pickkins' smile, as simple as it sounds, symbolizes that bigger picture. As the season unfolds, all eyes will be on how these receivers perform in real game situations. The preseason hype and practice reports have set high expectations, but the true test will be translating that potential into consistent production. On Sundays, the Cowboys have been searching for that extra spark to elevate their offense, and George Pickkins could be the missing piece they've been hoping for. Combine that with the steady leadership of Dak Prescott and the strategic mind of Brian Schottenheimer, and there's a real chance for this offense to take a step forward. The dynamic between the young receivers and the veteran players also adds an interesting layer. You have a blend of youth and experience pushing each other, challenging one another to raise their games. Players like Evan Engram and Jalen are not only focused on their personal development, but also on helping the team's newcomers find their footing. This kind of mentorship is invaluable, especially in a league as demanding as the NFL. Every detail matters, and the ability to absorb feedback and implement it quickly can be the difference between a good player and a great one. Luke McCaffrey's story fits perfectly into this narrative. The progress he's shown from his rookie season into his second year is encouraging. His ability to run crisp routes, make contested catches, and contribute after the catch signals a player growing more confident and comfortable within the Cowboys system. That kind of development is exactly what the team needs from all their receivers if they want to keep defenses guessing and maintain balance in their offense. This wide receiver group's evolution isn't happening in isolation either. The overall offense, with Prescott at the helm and Schottenheimer calling plays, is designed to maximize the strengths of these players. There's a clear focus on creating opportunities for receivers to make plays in space and challenge defenders vertically and horizontally. That requires precision, timing, and trust between quarterback and receiver, something that develops with practice, film study, and game experience. Having players who are willing to put in the work off the field is crucial to building that connection. In summary, the Cowboys' receiving corps is entering a promising new chapter. George Pickkins' arrival has injected fresh energy and optimism, while the continued growth of players like Jalen and Luke highlights a group committed to improvement. The coaching staff's confidence in these athletes, combined with their own dedication, sets the stage for an exciting season ahead. The mix of talent, attitude, and leadership could very well be the key to unlocking a more dynamic and explosive Dallas Cowboys offense. Turning our attention now to the New York Giants, the locker room atmosphere has been buzzing with the addition of the high-profile veteran quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. Their presence alone brings a new dimension to the team, one that goes beyond just their on-field abilities. Bobby Okereke, the linebacker for the Giants, has spoken candidly about how much these quarterbacks have impacted the team's culture and leadership. Okereke's perspective is especially insightful because he's been around long enough to appreciate the intangible qualities that veterans bring. When he talks about Russ and Jameis, it's clear that it's not just about their talent but the maturity and leadership they embody. Wilson in particular carries an aura that few players can match, being one of the select few quarterbacks to have won a Super Bowl. While earning multiple Pro Bowl appearances, Wilson's experience commands respect in every locker room he enters. That kind of legacy doesn't just inspire teammates, it elevates the entire environment, setting a tone of professionalism and high standards. What's remarkable about Wilson, according to Okereke, isn't just his resume, but how he conducts himself day to day. The way he interacts with everyone in the locker room, whether they're on his offense or not, shows a genuine commitment to team unity and building relationships. UNCLEAR pointed out how Russ makes an effort to engage with players across all position groups, dapping up guys and fostering camaraderie. This willingness to connect beyond just the quarterback room speaks volumes about his leadership style, emphasizing that football is a team sport where every member matters. Jameyes Winston also brings his own unique energy to the Giants. Although his time with the team is relatively new, the respect he commands in the league is evident. Having faced his own share of challenges and triumphs, Winston understands what it takes to stay focused and lead in a demanding environment. UNCLEAR highlighted the maturity that both quarterbacks bring, suggesting that their presence helps to create a more balanced and confident locker room. This dynamic is crucial for a team like the Giants, who are in the process of building towards sustained success. The influence of these veteran quarterbacks goes beyond just the mental side of the game. Their experience helps younger players understand the nuances of preparation, from film study to practice habits. It's one thing to be talented, but another to know how to manage the highs and lows of an NFL season. Wilson and Winston serve as examples of how to navigate those challenges while maintaining focus on the ultimate goal: winning games and building a championship-caliber team. For Bobby UNCLEAR, having leaders like Wilson and Winston around means more than just having seasoned quarterbacks on the roster. It means there is a steadying force in the locker room, someone who can rally the troops when things get tough and help set the tone when preparation is key. UNCLEAR's own role as a linebacker requires him to be a vocal and physical presence on defense, but having strong leadership around him allows him to focus on executing his assignments, knowing the team is in good hands from the quarterback position. This addition of veteran leadership also sends a message to the entire organization that the Giants are serious about competing. It's not just about signing big names, it's about bringing in players who elevate the culture and set expectations for everyone else. The presence of Wilson and Winston creates a ripple effect that pushes everyone to raise their standards both on and off the field. Leadership in football can often be intangible, something you feel but can't always put into words. But when you hear players like UNCLEAR talk about it, you get a clearer picture of how important it really is. It's about trust, accountability, and the ability to bring out the best in teammates. And with these two quarterbacks, the Giants seem to have found that kind of influence. A pair of veterans who not only understand the game at the highest level, but also know how to inspire those around them. As the Giants move forward this season, all eyes will be on how this leadership translates into performance on the field. The talent is there, but football is a game of chemistry and mental toughness, just as much as physical ability. Having players like Wilson and Winston to lean on could be the difference that helps the Giants make critical strides and push deeper into the postseason. The story here is one of transformation and hope. The Giants are looking to shake off past struggles and build something sustainable, and leadership like this is exactly the foundation they need. Bobby UNCLEAR's words reflect a locker room that is energized and ready to embrace the challenge, fueled by the presence of veterans who have been through it all and are committed to guiding the team forward. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a surprising turn of events out of Dallas, whispers around the NFL community suggest that Deuce Vaughn, the dynamic running back for the Dallas Cowboys, might be headed to the practice squad. This potential move has sent shockwaves through fans and analysts alike, raising questions about the future of one of the team's most electrifying young talents. Deuce Vaughn, known for his speed, agility, and playmaking ability, has been a bright spot in Dallas's backfield since his arrival. His knack for finding holes and making defenders miss has earned him praise and the affection of the Cowboys faithful. However, with roster constraints tightening and competition fierce, insiders hint that Vaughn's place on the active roster is far from guaranteed. As the team navigates its lineup decisions, the notion of Vaughn being relegated to the practice squad, essentially a reserve group where players continue to train but don't participate in official games, has fueled a swirl of speculation about what the Cowboys' long-term plans might be. Could this be a strategic move to keep him developing behind the scenes, or does it signal doubts about his ability to contribute consistently at the highest level? Dallas's backfield has seen a flurry of activity recently, with other running backs stepping up and vying for snaps, which may have complicated Vaughn's standing. The team's coaching staff, known for valuing versatility, and production could be looking for a more immediate impact player, leaving Vaughn in an uncertain position. Yet the young back's potential remains undeniable, and the practice squad might serve as a platform for him to refine his skills and make a stronger case for a comeback. Adding to the intrigue is the timing of this potential move as the NFL season intensifies and roster decisions become increasingly critical. Fans and commentators alike are watching closely, debating whether this is a mere hiccup in Vaughn's promising career or a sign of a deeper challenge ahead. The Cowboys, ever mindful of building a competitive squad, seem to be weighing multiple factors, including salary cap implications, injury risks, and the development timeline of their players. While no official announcement has been made, the rumor has sparked a flurry of discussion on social media and sports talk shows. Some view the possibility of Vaughn on the practice squad as a savvy move to keep talent in-house, while others see it as a precarious situation that could jeopardize his trajectory in the league. The buzz around Dallas suggests that the coming days will be pivotal for Vaughn's future with the team. In the world of professional football, nothing is ever set in stone, and the situation with Deuce Vaughn is a perfect example of how quickly fortunes can shift. Whether this move becomes reality or not, the rumor itself underscores the intense competition and constant evaluation players face in the NFL. For now, all eyes remain on Dallas, waiting to see what the next chapter holds for their elusive running back. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.